All right, well, you've clicked on this video. You know we're going to talk about AAP-01s, the killer of the high capa, okay? Because high capas used to be in their own realm, and people used to upgrade those like crazy. But then the AAP came around, and with its inexpensive cost to get involved with an AAP-01, it just ballooned over the last 2 years. And a lot of companies are coming up with not only cosmetic upgrades, but internal upgrades. So today we're going to look at the durability test between a stock AAP-01 and one that's been lightly upgraded, so that you know what you need to do when you first get it versus what you can do in the future to make it a little bit more reliable for you to play airsoft. So first off, you've seen some of our videos. We'll put some clips up here. The externals of the AAP-01 could be changed pretty much to anything, and companies like CNC Tac, CTM, TTI, all, including Action Army, are creating all these different kits, not only to make the AAP-01 into a cool pistol, but also into like carbine kits, SMG kits, replica kits of favorite guns that are in movies or video games. And the reason is because it's so inexpensive, and with this bolt back here without a reciprocating slide, it allows it to be put into a lot of different platforms. But today we're going to focus on the durability of a stock AAP-01 versus the internals of a slightly upgraded AAP-01. This one right here, totally stock from Action Army. One of the main complaints, even when they go through all the revisions and everything, is the hammer assembly. And so we're going to test that out today, see how long this is the new batch, the hammer assemblies from 2022, see how those hold up. So with any good pistol, there's going to be upgrades for it internally, just as you have externally. And companies like Cow as well as TTI have come to the table to offer pretty much every single internal bit you have for an AAP-01. All right, so we're going to take a look at a few different internal upgrades that you can add to your AAP-01 to make it a beast. The first thing, got a bunch of Cow parts here. First of all, TTI makes a bunch of parts, including a piston head, which is really, really good. That's not going to be shown here, so we recommend that as well. But one of the first things people do is take one of these like Decepticon 60 or 7 degree buckings and add a maple leaf inner barrel. Now we like to use the Crazy Jet inner barrels. The Crazy Jet inner barrels have this additional cushion right here. It's got a protective cap on it, and that it supposedly pushes the air out in front and makes it go, but ultimately we know that this combination makes it shoot really, really far. So that's one of the things that we recommend right away with the gun. Secondly, we have this Cow hammer unit. Now this is every single piece of the hammer that you need to replace. If you're going to use full auto or HP or anything like that, this is a really, really good upgrade. One of the first things that we would do. So while you're doing the hammer assembly, they have this stainless steel fire pin lock. This also goes in the hammer assembly area, so we also recommend to do that as well. Now there's other little things that you can do before we get into the blowback housing, like a high flow valve for your magazine and things like that. Do these offer better efficiency, anything like that? I mean, probably a little bit, but you're not going to get much more better than the stock one when it comes to things like this. One of the other things that you can do is get an adjustable trigger. Now this isn't an internal thing. It's kind of like a mix between internal and external. Action Army makes some great adjustable triggers, as well as TTI. So these are really, really good if you want to really adjust that trigger pull of your Action Army AAP-01. Now let's look at the insides of the blowback housing, the main unit that actually moves the nozzle back and actually shoots the gun. So there's a few things that you can get from Cow. One are these high flow enhanced plastic nozzle sets that come not only with the nozzle, but the flow valve and a piston head. Now some people I've seen replace this piston head with the TTI one. That's something that you can do as well if you want a little bit more efficiency. That's actually a really good combo. The next thing we're going to look at is the blowback housing. Now the blowback housing is already pretty strong from Action Army, but Cow's come up with these lightweight blowback housings in different colors. Mainly when you pull the external part, the back of this is going to be shown, so that's why they changed them into different colors, because it's going to be a cosmetic feature as well. But these lightweight blowback housings are really, really strong, a little bit lighter than the stock one. And the awesome thing is too, Cow has also come out with these guide rods as well as recoil springs to give you a little bit more snappy recoil. And they come with these short stroke buffers. Now, a bunch of other companies also sell short stroking buffers. Capa just includes it in one package right here. Capa does offer the recoil spring separately. And then one thing that we also recommend if you're going to do anything with the nozzle or anything with the blowback housing is the 200% nozzle return spring. The combinations of these two springs from Capa give you really crisp, really fast action to your AAP-01. So it's one of the things that, is it nice to have? A necessity, no, but is it nice to have? Yes, and we recommend getting one of those. The blowback housing, when you actually look at the blowback housings, do we recommend these right away? No, but if you like a cosmetic look of your AAP-01 to look really cool and you're doing all this anyway, these are expensive. However, I think they really enhance the look of your AAP-01 and you'll get a little bit better performance and durability out of your blowback housing. So you saw the cool upgrades that you can do to the internals of the AAP-01, but for our durability test today, we're gonna look at a mild upgrade, something that you get it one weekend, just want to put a little bit of upgrades into it and see how it shoots and how reliable it is. So in this one, what we've done is we put in the cow hammer assembly, which is the main weak point on full auto, and we did a maple leaf barrel and bucking. Maple leaf is a crazy jet barrel, and we really like these with the maple leaf buckings because you get incredible accuracy. The stock AAP-01 is awesome already, but those two combinations in there really make these shoot. So let's go outside, let's take a few shots on each of these, and mainly in full auto, see what the durability is, and then we're gonna see the difference of the accuracy between the stock one versus the Action Army AAP-01 with the maple leaf barrel and bucking combo. Now it's the time that you guys all have been waiting for, is that do these internal upgrades actually work? What does the wear look like on both the stock as well as the upgraded? To put more BBs down range, we're going to use one of these adapters to hook up some EPM1s and some regular mags. So let's go shoot this stock one first. We're going to put this EPM through it and then a regular stock mag. We're going to look at both the wear and tear as well as the accuracy of the stock one, and then we'll shoot the upgraded. But first, the stock. We're using HPA again so we can put more BBs down range. One mag down. That went through quick. All right, that's all she gave us. All right, so let's look at the insides real quick. Accuracy, again, we're only about 20 feet away, so it's been pretty good in full auto, but let's look at the main thing, which is the hammer assembly. There we go. So stock, there is a little wiggle right there. So overall, this hammer assembly did okay in full auto. There's not wear and tear. When these do break, you see these hammer assemblies start to chip around here, which makes the gun go in full auto all the time, so you can't use semi. Again, we put only about a mag and a half, about 400 rounds through this, so it's not expected that we'd see any super big wear. What you're going to be looking for, though, when it does blow out, is that there's going to be a chunk missing. It's not more of a wear, it's more of a chip. So this one still held up pretty good, so that's okay. But again, at some point, if you use full auto like that, it's going to break. When we looked at the accuracy, well, our head kind of blew up, but everything in full auto hit pretty in a good hand-sized target about 20 feet away. But we're going to see now with the upgraded version, we're going to use the back of the head here, how the difference is with the Maple Leaf Crazy Jet barrel at about 20 feet. All right. Again, this one has the upgraded steel hammer as well as the Maple Leaf kind of barrel and bucking assembly. So just a very light upgrade to the gun. It might be short stroke too. All right, so we're done. All right, let's go look at the insides of this Maple Leaf. Upgraded, or let's go look at the cow hammer. See how that cow hammer. There we go. So as you see with the cow hammer, you have the 3 different pieces of the hammer are in stainless. So they're steel now. They're also more rounded than the stock hammer, so it gives it less friction, especially around those back corners. Just like we saw with the other one, no damage, but this one's going to last a little bit longer because of the stronger material. It's not going to be as susceptible to that back corner chipping. You get a really cool roller right here. And then we also have the disconnector here as well, so that helps out too with the durability. When it comes to accuracy, now we had 2 different spots. One was right here, and one was on the back here towards the bottom here. And I know it's kind of tell with a bashed up foam skull, but I did feel that the upgraded version was giving me tighter groupings, as well as it was a little bit quieter. I don't know why, but it seemed a little bit quieter. Maybe it's that hammer assembly not moving or working as hard as the stock hammer assembly. So ultimately, with this test, what did it show us? Well, not too much, unfortunately, but that's with every good experiment. Sometimes you don't see like a catastrophic failure. So what it does show us with the stock AAP-01 is that it's pretty good, pretty awesome pistol, but there's some things that you can do with the durability around the hammer and then upgrading the inner barrel assembly to make it just a little bit better, and obviously go wild if you would like to. But these are some really good stock upgrade or some entry-level upgrades that are really easy to do, and what we recommend if you want longer durability and longer longevity of your AAP-01. So the great news about the AAP-01 is that it's inexpensive. It gives you a lot of choices for your internal upgrades, and it's a real cool, durable pistol, especially giving you options of semi and full auto. And just with a little bit of extra money, you can take these really inexpensive pistols and add a little bit of durability and a lot of accuracy with just a few parts, or you can go ham wild and pimp these out and make it the most expensive pistol you have in your fleet. But the great news is that these are awesome, and you can find them always, because we're #1 of the AAP-01 at MiRTactical.com. Make sure you like and subscribe for more video content on the AAP-01, and we'll see you next time.